Welcome back to the channel. Racer X here, and I am back in Pontiac, Michigan for the second straight year, but a brand new venue to cover Roadkill Nights for you guys. This should be a really fun event. You can see all the cars lined up right back here behind me, but they have a lot of stuff set up right in the heart of Pontiac, Michigan. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that Dodge has set up for us. We're going to cover some of the unveilings of these awesome cars that these guys have built. You can see them right over here. There's a bunch of them right there. We'll introduce you to those guys, and today should be a lot of fun. So I will do my best to show you guys all around this Roadkill Nights venue, and it should be a blast. If you guys are brand new, don't forget, hit subscribe right over here, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Want to give you a quick look before they actually unveil their cars. So we have 6 cars this year from the competitors, and they are actually using the Hellcat engine this year. They're not using the Hurricane like we thought. So it is exciting to me to see exactly what they've done. I'm of the understanding that they did quite a few things to modify these cars to make them different. And we'll let the builders actually tell us all about these cars here in just a few minutes. But the venue is starting to fill up. We got thrill rides right over here. You can see the stage right up here. And then of course, right over here, we've got the hospitality area. So we'll be walking around to see what they've got. Guys, take a look really quick. They are getting ready to do the Dodge thrill rides here. Now keep in mind, today is media day. Most of these folks are going to be showing up tomorrow in the masses. All the fans will be here. So this is what it looks like before the masses arrive. This is kind of practice day. This is a day for the media to get out and enjoy the thrill rides before everybody gets here. But you can see all of these things, Hellcats, just sitting here waiting to make a rip. I talked to a lot of these guys last year. These drivers are really, really good. As you can see, they're going to be doing all sorts of drifting, all sorts of crazy stuff all through here. You've got the smoke tunnel right here, and of course here is the queue where everybody will be waiting in the shade. Check it out, we got Michael. How you doing this year, buddy? So
I'm doing great.
Michael and I hung out last year, and we did the thrill rides last year, and you are an amazing driver. You were drifting all around me. We did a cool video, and you actually have been working with this crew now for how long?
About 15 years.
And you get to drive these Hellcats and take people for rides all day long.
It is. It's my job, but I can't call it work.
I was going to say, it's such an awesome job. So tell me a little bit about this year's event. What are you guys going to be doing? Are you expecting a big turnout?
Still expecting a big turnout. Obviously, we're in a different spot. You know, we're not at M1 anymore. So we're actually going to have still 2 separate rides set up.
Right.
So like where we're at right here on the skid pad, we'll be giving, you know, drift rides and such around here. But also, starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a second group of us, and we're going to be giving rides on Woodward. So we'll be coming out
on the street. You guys are going to be doing this on the street.
On the street. So we'll be going down, hauling into the corners, maybe squirting around some corners a little bit and such, and we'll be able to carry more speed out there than we do in here. This is going to be more sideways, more smoke.
Right.
That's going to be a little sideways, a little smoke, and a lot of speed.
Have they ever let you guys do that before?
We have done it. Yeah. A few years ago, we were down in Orlando, and it was a small spot.
Yeah.
We didn't have a wide area, so we used a place where we could come and launch and haul the mail down through there.
Oh man,
set people back in the seat.
Dude, you know, we got to go for a ride later.
We definitely have to go.
Let's make it happen. We did it last year. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah,
man. I'm glad
buddy.
You had great fun.
Thank you. Take a look at this. That is the Raminator. So supposedly they're going to have this thing crushing cars here tomorrow. But you want to talk about a beast. Oh my goodness. Take a look. I've never seen one of these up close like this, but man, look at the size of these tires. I can't wait to see them start crushing some stuff. So they're going to be doing that right out here tomorrow in this monster. Boy, I wish they'd let me drive that thing. I love the fact that they have these 2 amazing engines on a stand right here next to each other. Can you guys tell the difference? This is your Hellcat Red Eye engine. Have a look right there, same as the jailbreaks, all that good stuff. And then of course, right over here, this is the engine out of the Demon 170, the C170 engine. And you will see the yellow right here, which is a tell of that particular one. We know this particular one can run on flex fuel or E85. This is a gasoline engine here, so big difference. As you can see, they've gone ahead and pulled the covers off of all the cars. I couldn't really get a good angle. There was like a million people standing around, all that good stuff. But I will give you guys an up close and personal look at each of these cars. So I'm gonna go do a little walk around, and then tomorrow at the event, I plan to talk to each of the builders a little bit, and they can tell us themselves about what they've done with these really unique cars. But let's go take a little closer look. Now you can actually hear the thrill rides going off right back over here, so they're pretty loud. But check it out, here is the Throttle Viper yet again for the second consecutive year. However, it's black this year, and they have a turbo 400 transmission in it, so they changed a few things. I'm told this car makes big power, like 1,200 horsepower. I absolutely love this build, guys. A refreshed Hellcat Red Eye engine. Here is Tony from Corrupt Builds. Really good looking car. I love what he's done right here. You can see the Hellcat engine right through there. Got a lot of meat under the back end of this car. Of course, here's my buddy Herman, Demonology. You can see that Hellcat engine just sticking up. He's got an old school Charger build. I love this. And in true Demonology form, he's got wheels that stick out 12 inches from the fenders. That's sort of just what he does. Team Soul Snatcher. Love it. Right over here, Sick Bastards Racing. Boy, they don't even have a hood on this car. So this car looks really, really light. I fully expect this car to be a serious contender. Really nice looking car. Like I said, I'll let these guys talk about their builds tomorrow. Check out the Hellcat truck. I love this. Right here, they got the badge on there. Look how far back in the engine bay the Hellcat engine actually sits in this. Very simplistic build when you really look at it. It probably wasn't simple to build, but it looks simple. Fairly nice sized tire on the back. Relatively short tire on these trucks. Pretty common. And then of course, check this bad boy out right here. Really nice looking car. And there you have it, guys. Check this area out right here behind me. There are some really sick cars back here. This area will be packed tomorrow full of people. But today we're gonna walk through and see some of the coolest cars Dodge has to offer. Let's go take a look. Look, here it is in the flesh. Of course, you can see right over here, they've got a Banshee. We'll walk over there here shortly. The Demon 170, you guys know that I'm getting the Demon 170. Here it is. Man, I am so excited to see this car in person. This is the first time I have actually seen this car in person. And there it is, 1,025 horsepower. Of course, right over here, the King Daytona. You guys saw me review the King Daytona for you guys. I can't get over the 170, so I'm still kind of checking that bad boy out right there. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of them over there. I will show you later. Check that out, 170 right there on the ground. Of course, right here, you've got the shakedown package, a 392 shaker. This is the wide body manual. Absolutely love this trim in this car. If I was gonna get a shaker in a manual, this would be the one I would get. Right over here, you can see we have the Super Bee. I have yet to do a review on the Super Bee for you guys. I've been waiting for one of these to come in. But take a look, there it is, the Charger Super Bee. Scat Pack 392. First time I've seen one of these actually in person outside of SEMA. Really good looking car. Right over here, you've got the Swinger. Of course, the Challenger Swinger. They do make a Charger Swinger as well, which is right over here next to me. Boy, all of this really cool special edition stuff right here together in one place. And have a look right here. We all know what this is. We've got the Black Ghost Hellcat sitting right here in the flesh. Have a look at this bad boy, 100% carbon fiber body, no mistaking. Check out that Hellcat in there. Saw this car over at the SEMA show as well. What an absolutely epic car this is. Finale Speed, that is the company responsible for this beautiful Charger here. And boy, look at the Recaros inside. You guys know I'm sponsored by Recaro as well. I love those seats. Have a look at this, just real quick. Let's just do a little walk around. Check out the sound system in this bad boy. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful in person, guys. I would absolutely rock this thing. Have a look. Oh man, I love this. Now take a look right here. We have a drag pack in the flesh. Boy, you don't see a lot of these cars out there right now either. Really fast car. Boy, they've got so much cool stuff here right now. Of course, here we've got all of the different engines that they offer. I showed you a couple of those over at the other tent. Of course, I really like this particular one. Take a look at that C170 Hemi crate engine. We know all about that particular one, but you've got the Hurricane engine kind of floating around back here. So Lots of different engines here. You can see some of the different racing parts offered by Direct Connection, which I think is really cool. Now, I know a lot of you guys are not big fans of electric cars, but here it is in the flesh, a Banshee. Now, this is the red one, the same one we saw at SEMA, but it doesn't have the drag wheels on it. But it is really cool seeing it here in the flesh. Carbon fiber right here. Boy, this is pretty cool. So just kind of take this in a little bit. I know it's kind of growing on some folks. I'm gonna step around this pole here and give you a look at this Fred Sonic exhaust. I don't see a lot online about this thing. And I know that there is kind of a lot out there in the media about what this thing sounds like, what it could sound like. But I just want to give you a hot look at the Banshee in the flesh one more time. We don't know what the horsepower is on this particular model. We kind of know what the lower trims will be. Don't know anything on price. Hopefully Dodge will let us know really soon. Now, here is one of the more unique experiences you will find here when you come to this event. It is the Radford Racing School Simulator. You can see they've made this just like a Demon 170, and it will simulate what it's like to race one of these on the track. And of course, you can race your buddy over here too. I love the way that they outfitted these cars all the way down to the drag radials here. Get on the inside of the car. I mean, basically it looks just like a production car, and you've got your simulator screen right up here. Maybe I'll give this a shot and we'll see how it goes. We have Johnny here. So Johnny actually mans this bad boy over here. Johnny, tell me how this is gonna work when I get inside this simulator. What am I supposed to do? Can you kind of walk me through it?
Absolutely, well, so what you're going to do here, it's not like your normal drag racing vehicle. Like you said, it is a shell, a wonderful replica of the vehicle itself. So what you're going to do is you're simply just going to be sitting in the vehicle. We have our gas, all the functions that you normally have. You're going to go ahead and put your foot on that gas, keep it on there the entire time in the car.
Right.
Don't let off for any reason. You know how you normally try to time it? And actually, don't do that here. You'll stall out in the beginning and it won't turn out well for you.
All right.
And then you're going to have that paddle shifter right here on the steering column.
Yep.
You're going to hold that back as the foot's down the gas.
Yep.
And when you're ready to launch, you're going to release it as such.
So nail the gas,
Yeah,
hold
keep
the
gas
shifter,
nailed.
and
Keep
then
it
just
nailed
let it
and
go
hammered.
when it's time to go.
That's right. And you do
Off
have to
you go?
shift afterwards.
Okay.
So make sure you got that shift afterwards.
Okay.
There's one more bonus feature. Not really a bonus feature, but a bonus issue. The RPMs don't work on the vehicle, so you have to use the sound.
Oh, shoot. So I have to hear when the car's hitting like 6,700 RPM and get that shift perfect.
Get it right there.
Oh my goodness, this will be interesting. So come on now. I don't know about this. Let's try it one more time. Come on now. Well, my reaction time was pretty good, but it is kind of weird trying to hit the shifts because there's no like tachometer in there, so you're just trying to kind of listen and shift it, and definitely not really like real world, but it's still something fun to come out and do, so I did enjoy it. We got a couple more Demon 170s here in the flesh. I'm so excited to actually see these in person. But if you are a Dodge person, boy, it is like a treasure trove of awesome cars out here. See a Hellcat Red Eye right here, another Red Eye. They're just everywhere here. So much horsepower in one place. Guys, you can see they're very busy over here getting ready for tomorrow. All the merch is getting set up back here. There's going to be madness tomorrow. So this is the calm before the storm. And I love the ladies section of all the Mopar stuff here as well. But boy, by the time they get this all set up, it's going to be completely packed full of merchandise, and it'll be packed full of people tomorrow. And here is the man in the flesh, my good buddy Demonology. How you been, my friend?
Hey man, I'm doing all right. Hey man, I've been better.
There's our man Tony from Corrupt Builds.
But this dude right here been clowning me.
What's he saying?
He finally got the best of me.
What-
He
what
did
did he-
something with his fist.
What did he do?
Get on out of here.
Well, of course, he's going to be a tough one to beat tomorrow. So you ready to go for tomorrow?
No, he ain't
He's
gonna
light
go.
work. Is that what you're trying to say?
Easy work. Tony is in the way.
He's in the way.
Tony, you in the way. Get off the track. You in the way. He in the way. He
So
gonna be easy to beat.
So what do you think? You think this car's going to be a contender, buddy?
I think this car is the #1 contender this year. To be honest with you, I think this is going to be the hardest car to beat.
You think Tony's car will be?
Tony will be the hardest car to beat.
I think it's going to be. He was tough last year too. Let's admit. I mean, he had a good car last year.
Yeah, he had a good car last year.
Yeah.
Tony will probably be the hardest to beat because he has the biggest patch on the ground.
Yep.
After Tony, I think it'll be.
Wait, I think it's what about this car right here, this orange one? You said no.
After Tony, it's going to be Throttle.
Throttle.
Yeah.
And the Viper.
Hey, that's another one in the way. Right there.
These guys, they're in the way, of course. Well, they're all in the way. You got to knock them out.
Yeah. Hey, Tom Bailey, come on over here with this circus.
There's our man Tom Bailey right there.
Here's what's gonna happen. Tom gonna do like this, and I'm gonna do like this.
Tom's not going to take it laying down.
Hey, no, he is gonna take it.
No, he won't. He's not going to.
You're gonna go like this.
Well,
Nothing's gonna just go.
That's right.
Nicely.
Tom, you in the way.
At the finish
He's
line,
got it
the
all
front
planned
end-
out.
the Front end will just sit down right there, and then
Come on
she'll
now.
be doing like slow down to 50 by the time you catch up, and then
Look.
she's just throwing the chute.
Look.
The chute's gonna do a reveal of your car.
Look,
It's
I'm
just lay over top.
gonna drag Miss Daisy.
All right, let's see it.
If you
Let's.
get out the car and she run to you, you better have some
No, you're
candy
gonna
and
be
some
you're
flowers.
gonna be driving Miss Daisy, not dragging Miss
Because
Daisy.
you're gonna have to hold EJ and you're gonna have to better say, baby, it's all right. That's a
Well, you got the trash talking
grown
down,
man.
but
It's all right.
we'll
It's all
see. He's not light work. We both know that. Good luck, guys. All right, let's go do a little bit of the drifting experience. You can see right over here, they're kind of waiting on me to show up over there. I got my GoPro. We're gonna go find our man Mike, get a little in-car footage, and then we're gonna show you just how good these guys really are. Well, and as you can see, I am now in the car with my good buddy Mike, and you know, we did this last year and it was so much fun, and I'm still in awe. I mean, like, I know how to drift a car, but you are really good at it, and we made some cool footage last year.
Actually, you made some really cool footage. I mean, it was awesome. The one thing I can tell you is he makes me look really good.
No, you make yourself look good. So I know I'm a drag racer. When it comes to drifting these cars, man, like, you're really good at this. So let's go rip up the track a little bit and have some fun. Let's go.
Let's go see what you think of this course this year.
All right. Going through the smoke. Woo! It's a tight course. Oh,
A
yeah.
little tighter than last
It
year.
is. Oh, he's got this car boogieing all over the place. Woo! Yeah. Oh my gosh, you had the suckiest job ever.
You know, I can't even fib about it. It's
So-
a pretty good job.
How often do people like freak out when you're doing this?
You know,
Or get super excited? Like, what kind of emotions do you see when people do this?
a lot of super high emotion.
Yeah.
In the there's a few people that freak out. They're like, because they've never been in anything like this before, right?
Right.
But you know, the main thing is, and I always make sure that I let people know this. The thing they can't believe is that these things are completely stock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that then
So
you
much
can
power.
So much power.
Yeah.
And then you can actually just hop in the car and go to dinner and get 20 miles a gallon.
Absolutely. That is so cool, man. I love this. I tell you what, I would love to go out there and get a little bit of footage of you doing your thing outside of the car. Can we do that?
I think we can make that happen.
Yes, let's get it. Now this is brand new for this year. They do have the Dodge Hornet experience where you can actually take one of these for a drive, and this is not the GT. This is actually the hybrid, the RT, as you can see right here. So I think today we might go ahead and take advantage, drive the brand new Hornet RT hybrid and see what it drives like. All right, I am now in the driver's seat of the new Hornet RT with my buddy Brad, and I think we're going to go ahead and take this bad boy for a little spin. Where are we going?
So we're going down Woodward.
We're just going to take it out on the street.
We're dream cruising. We're pre-dream cruising.
That's
what we're doing.
Let's go see what this Hornet RT is all about. You've driven this car?
I have driven it.
Do you like it?
I love it.
You know, there's a lot of hate on the Hornet, and I've kind of said when I drove the GT that, like, I didn't hate it. I actually, I'm a muscle guy. I'm a drag racer, but I didn't mind the Hornet when I drove it. It was actually surprisingly quick with that turbo 4. So do you think this one is faster than the GT, or do you think it's right on par? Have you driven the GT?
I think it's a lot quicker.
A lot quicker.
I think it's a lot quicker, personally. That's how it feels for me. You know, that the maximum torque and more horsepower, it feels a lot peppier.
So you think that little electric motor makes a world of difference?
I think it does.
1.3 liter engine.
I know it's a small engine,
but
it is a small engine.
It doesn't necessarily need it with that electric
but
assist.
It serves its purpose.
Well, let's go see. Let's go try it out. It's nice and quiet, this car.
Extremely quiet.
It's so what do you think about this? I mean, do you feel like this should be part of the whole like muscle family, right? Like Dodge kind of brands this as a, hey, look, you know, the brotherhood of muscle. Do you feel like this kind of fits in with that, or do you feel like, what is going on here?
We're in Pontiac, baby.
No. We got people stopping in the middle of the road here in Pontiac, Michigan. Apparently that's normal here.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Oh, wow. Okay.
It's quick, right?
It is quick. I was not expecting this to have that sort of, it just, to me, when I think about a 1.3 liter engine, I think of just something that's so incredibly slow, but this is not slow at all. Matter of fact, like the second you give, it's that electric horsepower, the second you give it some, I want to say gas, I guess technically it is part gas, it takes off, and this has paddle shifters. So like if you downshift it a little bit, we're on a kind of a curve, but all-wheel drive, and then you can just sort of tip in a little. It's actually surprisingly quick. It's not too shabby at all.
Surprisingly muscular, right?
It is. It is. I mean, is it sacrilege to say this is a muscle car? I don't know, but you know, it's different,
right?
But that's not always bad.
And they're telling us that's the way of the future, right? Everything's going electric. We got this whole electric vehicle.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
you know, I think everybody's on a different side of the fence on that. Some people are really willing to embrace it, and other people, there's no way. You can't
100%.
Change their mind.
Especially in Detroit, you know, in the
Motor City. You're right, absolutely. But this little car, it's not slow, and it's nice. The finish out on this car is actually pretty nice. I don't mind it. Like I said, it's not like it doesn't scream muscle car to me when I look at the outside of it, as one would expect.
100%.
But it does drive nice, and so I will give it that. So what's the feedback that you've been receiving on this car? I mean, this is a brand new thing, right? They didn't have the Hornet last year.
Correct.
And have you received any feedback from anybody else after driving this? Are people surprised? Are they let down by the car? How do people feel about it?
I would say people are very pleasantly surprised. Like you pointed out, you know, when you think of Dodge, you think of muscle vehicles, you know, right. The traditional, like the Challenger, the Charger. You think of those big type, you know, those big engines that produce a lot of horsepower, but you know, to add something like this into the family, I think it's been very well received.
Really?
Very well received. Now, does it fit in necessarily with the rest of the brand?
With the Dodge theme,
that's
right?
Debatable.
Yeah,
but, you know,
it is debatable.
But it is the new way of the future, apparently. That's what they keep telling us.
The one weird thing is I get so much hate, and yes, my core crew, they're muscle guys, they're power guys, but the Hornets are selling out at all the dealerships.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It is weird. So it's one of those things. Here you can actually see the gauge cluster of the 2024 Hornet RT, and you can see on the left there you've got a gas gauge, and on the right you have an electric mile gauge. So if you're not used to that, it is pretty darn cool. Right here you can turn on sport mode, and you can see right here, you can see how many pounds of boost you're making with that turbo and real-time torque. I think that's pretty cool. Now this car really does drive smooth, and boy, the power comes on really fast in this car. Now one of the unique features of this particular car is what they call power shot, where it actually adds 30 horsepower to the car if you're trying to go around somebody or whatever. Just a nice little jolt of power when you want it, if you're trying to kind of just get up and go. So I kind of want to try that out here. So all I do is just hit this little button right here, and off we go. It does make a difference. I wouldn't think 30 horsepower would feel all that different, but I would be lying to you if I would say that I didn't feel the difference. So it definitely, yeah, it definitely perks up a lot when you're doing the push to pass. So that is actually pretty cool. Well, this is actually a really nice driving little car. I do like it pretty well. The fit and finish is nice. It is surprisingly quick. I think I would drive it with power shot on like 100% of the time, which you can't do. I think like 15 or 16 seconds is the max it will let you do. But I do really like that feature of it. So it is kind of nice to have that. Like I said, this isn't necessarily for the, you know, the hardcore true muscle type guy, but for a daily, I think it'd be a pretty sick little car.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with it. So, and the thing is, they're selling these things out like crazy. Dealers are already pre-ordering these things, so apparently a lot of people do like them. But it's pretty neat to be able to drive the Hornet RT. Thank you for your time, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
I also wanted to show you Dodge's kind of VIP area. I'll probably be posted up here tomorrow quite a bit because the drag racing is actually going to take place right out here on Woodward Avenue in front. So up there is going to be a really good vantage point. But you can see I love all the Demon 170 barrels they have set up out here. And I just want to walk you to the other side here so you can see this. So this is actually Dodge's kind of hospitality area down here. I will kind of run you up over here just so you can see what it's like. I'll be hanging out over here quite a bit, probably up top tomorrow, guys, but you can see the setup here. It's pretty nice, as you can see. Really good way to look at the drag racing that's going to happen right out here tomorrow. You can see they're setting up the stands over there on the far end. So this place will really transform over the course of the next, say, 24 hours. Well, we can see the guys from Throttle are over here making last-minute preparations.
Man, they in the way.
What are they doing?
Man, they in the way.
They're in the way.
Off the track there.
Looks like they're out to take somebody's money is what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and end this particular video right where I started it, but I thought it would be fun to show you some behind the scenes stuff before it gets crazy out here tomorrow. So a whole different video tomorrow on all the drag racing and everything happening right out there on Woodward Avenue. But they do have the TRX experience coming back this year, so there'll be a ton of people doing that. These thrill rides will be going nuts tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. Plus, you heard him say we're gonna be out on the street, the actual street, taking these cars down through there as well. So expect some stuff on that from me. I cannot wait to see all these guys put it down through there as well. So we have all the competitors. We'll talk to them tomorrow. So it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, I can't wait to bring you tomorrow's event. And so until next time, Racer X.